Been a minute since I drove up to Jesse Dean's. Feel me? Yeah, we're gonna do an interview, SCRTV. We're gonna see the man himself, Jesse Dean, the homie. You know, but right now we driving to Lancaster.
So, what these are is they're molded. It's a urethane resin. This is a little silicone mold, so what I did is I made a little mold for fader caps. What you do is you use resin polymer to the urethane part, epoxies. Use the smooth on stuff, works pretty good. Weigh it out, add your colors, do your stuff to it, and then oh, these are still a little soft, so I gotta wait for a little while until those to pop those out. But otherwise, once they pop out, amazing thing. Look like this. Like this is a kind of a green gold with like a green insert or a film inside. The red ones came out pretty cool, I thought. Basically, they're like little clears, but then I put red resin in the center of those. This was pretty sexy here, right here, which is basically just a fluorescent orange and a fluorescent yellow. It came out pretty interesting.
Yeah, that is pretty sexy.
And then there's this one here, which are kind of like Rasta, which are gold, green, and red.
Yeah.
Those. And then these other ones here. My stupid phone ringing. This is just a green resin. And what's really cool is that the resins are actually all clear. And then you add your pigments to them. The pigments that you can add are got a whole array of different colors. So we got pearls, golds, purples, names called, you name it, all these different colors.
Sick.
That you add into the resins, and then you can pigment them and move them around and come out with some really interesting stuff.
So is this going to be like a limited edition thing you're going to be doing right
Well,
here?
there's only 5 per color. That's it. So, I mean, we'll put them up for whatever. I think they're going to be, we're trying to shoot for $10 a piece.
Okay.
Which I think is fair. You know, it's a one-off. There'll never be another one like it again.
Yeah.
So every one that we do, every little batch, they'll be maybe something similar in color, but it won't be the same. There's no way you can't duplicate it.
These going to be available online too?
Yeah, they'll be on the site. I don't know when. We still got to polish them all out, make them like glass, because right now we just tested this one here. This is once it's all polished out, it's like glass.
Ooh, that is so sick right there.
So you can see right through it. It's perfectly all the way through. So we still got to polish all those. I mean, there's a lot of work entailed on these besides just put them in the mold and blast them out. You got to sand them, polish them.
Is that dry already?
Almost there. This one here kind of looks like a galaxy, if you will.
Ooh. So much sickness.
Yeah. So yeah, all types of fun.
How did this idea come about?
I was sitting here not too long ago, and I'll show you where they came from. We were doing like mods and stuff with vaporizers a couple years back, and we made blocks. I'll show you here. A bunch of these resin blocks, which are wood and resin and all types of stuff, and they're really, really hard. So what I decided to do is go ahead and put them on our machine back there and actually cut a fader cap out of one of these blocks.
Yeah.
So we got several of them laying around, and so of course, you know, OG Master 2, Mr. Tim himself, he's like, oh man, I want that shit wet. I want it to be like glass. So we started polishing them and doing such, and these were some of the ones that we cut out of some of those blocks.
Oh, that's sick.
So, like I said, it's very unique, very different. There's never, like I said, ever one be different than the next. And then, so there's one. It's like the one Gus has and Tim has. This was the block that we cut those out of to make that shape.
Sick.
So, yeah, that's pretty much that.
Yeah.
Those are what's left over. Then there's this one that came up pretty cool. That one had a lot of green and purple in it. So, you never know how they're gonna come out.
Yeah. So, yeah, I see that, but you're trying to uniform it as the best you can, but it's, you know, yeah, but I can see where the uniqueness is gonna come in through every single one.
Yeah, so I mean, this is something we're toying with. I mean, they're gonna be limited batches, obviously, because they do take time. This is about 3 days worth right here. Just to make these took 3 days. So I mean, they're not really fast to make. We just let them run and, you know, cure.
Okay.
So yeah, hopefully this will be out soon. We are wrapping up our next run of tone arms, which everybody's been really happy with those so far.
Cool.
The next run is going to be out, I hope, in 2 weeks or less.
Okay.
Depending on how fast we can get the stuff back from the machine shops and the coatings and stuff like that.
Okay.
And then we got to still build them all, test them all, make sure everything's tuned out, and all that good stuff. On that, and then we have a bunch of other stuff in the works. So.
Fucking candy.
Yeah, they're gonna be cool. It's a little something different, you know.
Yes. Can I get one before I leave?
Yeah. Powder. So we got orange there. Okay, we're gonna put a tint of red in there also. So we got orange and red. We got red dye. And then of course we got fluorescent orange.
Ooh.
And then we gotta use just a pinch of yellow against that red to make your orange. Okay. Now we're doing black, so on the black side, we're going to go ahead and do, obviously, black. But I want that black to really stand out, so we're going to put some pearl in that shit so it's more, like, metallic-y.
Oh.
And then we're going to put, let's see here, a pinch of actual gold in the black.
Oh.
Alright, so how we mix this here is we got one color, so we'll do the black first. So the 1 cup that we have, before you add the catalyst, to make it hard, the resin hard, go ahead and add the color. So I usually use toothpicks because they work. You don't want to put a whole drop in there sometimes because a whole drop can be too much color. So we just add a little black in there, maybe a little bit more. Okay, like so. So if you look inside here, watch the shit go black real quick. So I just made that clear into a black.
Oh.
Okay, so it's just a pigment that you put inside there. Now I give that pigment some fun. See, it's still kind of clear, okay, but it's not like really clear. It's obviously black. So what we do is take a little bit of pearlescent. Just a pinch, just a dab. Just put a pinch in there.
This must have came from your messing with cars days.
Yeah, it did. I'm also making those blocks that I showed you earlier.
Yeah.
Figuring out how to do that. And then of course, we want a little shimmer in there, so we're gonna put just a pinch of gold, so it really stands out. Just a little bit of gold. Now this is a gold flake or gold thing. It's not actual gold. It's just like a sparkly kind of gold. Otherwise we have gold, which will just destroy it in color. But otherwise, when you mix it in, I don't know if you can catch it. Yeah, if you look at it in the light, you see like the little bit of gold in there, the little bit of pearlescent. So when there it goes. So the black will have that color in it when it goes against the orange. So it looks sharp. So it'll be like your own custom, your own.
Sick. Thank you, Jesse. Appreciate it, man.
So now we're going to do the orange. So the first thing is with orange is we do the yellow, because yellow is the most crucial of the color. So we'll put 1 drop, 2 drops in the orange, the yellow. Okay, now we want to be very careful with the red, because red is a very potent color and it can get very red very quick. So like I said, with this here, we're going to just take a little bit, put on a toothpick, just that little itty little color right there, just a little bit of red, just that much. See how much red in there? That will make that shit turn heavy red. So I want to go ahead and mix this right now. See how much red that was? But that's cool because it's still kind of got an orange thing, so you can still see the yellow in it.
I see it.
Okay, so what we're going to do now, got a pinch of fluorescent orange. Like so. Okay, so that's kind of like a red orange is what we kind of want. Now we're going to add metallic orange in there, and that's going to, whatchamacallit, add the depth and color to it. Still a little red. Maybe a little bit more in there, but it's getting close to San Francisco orange.
Yeah, I see that.
It's getting close, so maybe just a pinch more.
Yeah, it's beginning to look like the yay area right there.
Triangles of orange, getting closer. I think that's pretty. Yeah, no?
Oh, yeah, that was dope.
Okay, so now, yeah, we've got our two colors, which is our black metallic and our orange. We're going to go ahead and now add the catalyst. So we got to turn this back on. Put that back on there, and it's at 6 grams, so 90% of 6. So you basically take 0.6 off, so you're looking at 5.4. So you got 5.4 grams of B. There we go. That's one. 5.4 grams. Cool. Now we mix those together. You can tell the depth now is orange. Ooh. That is sexy as fuck.
Wow.
So now we're just mixing the catalyst with the resin. So the chemical reaction can start hardening. Okay, put that together on that one, and then we go ahead and mix these two together. So it's done. That has like a really cool metallic look to it. Okay, set this all off to the side here for a second. And we grab our resin block here, which is a silicone rubber.
Nice.
Once that's ready to rock, we're going to go ahead and do the majority of it orange and then add the black post.
Nice.
So what we do is we fill it up with the orange, about 3/4 or so. Now we add the black. I like to add the black to one side so it kind of like swoops and goes through. So we go to one side here and then add our black in there like so.
Wow. When you were making the blocks before, the blocks you showed me earlier, did you do that intentionally? Did you intentionally make those blocks, or were they an accident?
No, we just tried different colors, and there's a lot of wood in there too. It's actually stabilized wood, which will do it. So we got our red and orange there. which we want. And then we use this here. These are the posts that give us the actual stems inside. So when we mold them, they have the little stem insert. We use a little mold release on this because the metal obviously won't flex. So just put a little mold release on there. And then there's these holes right here. Let me grab a little puncture real quick. Gotta pull all the old stuff off. What this does is these are actually called pressure holes, and the pressure holes we fill these back because when we got to put this under pressure, because if it's under pressure it crushes the bubbles, so you won't have bubbles in your resins. So we got to get all the old stuff out of there. Okay. What I do now is I pour black into those holes. Like so. And what I'll do is I'll flip it over. I put it on there. There's a little notch on one side, so I know that's just to press them down a little bit. So it all kind of pushes in, pushes out, levels where it needs to do. And I backfill these holes with this, because what happens when it goes under pressure, it's going to push air down into those holes. So if there's nothing to go down, it'll actually put a bubble. If you look at some of these, have a little bubble on one side. That's from the side where that air pocket's for, so it pressurizes inside there. Sometimes we have to backfill, like right here. These are just doing little backfills on those to make sure that this and then we sand it off. But otherwise, that's that. And then we put it in the pressure pot.
Pressure pot. So this is the pressure pot.
Yep. It's basically airless, or it's a pressure pot that you use for like paints, resins, whatever. You can get them at Harbor Freight. You can get them offline. About $100. This one's a little bit modified, so it's got a valve on it instead of for painting.
Jesse's teaching you guys, man.
Yeah, don't steal my shit. Nah, I get it. Say, man, all this stuff takes time to learn this crap. Trial and error until you get it. And then you have your compressor ready to go. I'm going to turn this so you can see it. And basically just pressurize that thing up to 50 psi or 45 psi. Just let it sit. That's it.
Wow.
What it does is with the pressure inside there, crushes micro bubbles that form when the resins go, and the resins actually start to catalyze. They actually create gases. So those gases end up getting crushed, so you have clear. So this takes about an hour and a half to cure. Okay, and about 24 hours for it to fully harden. So those are Eddie's San Francisco things. I think these are gonna come out dope though. I like that orange. That orange is pretty, man. I think I'm gonna do that again, but look at that. That's a sexy orange right there.
That's sick, man.
Then if you want to kind of see how it looks together, you can take the old resins, pour them. Let's have a little bit more fun. Let's go ahead and now move those resins inside there, make a pattern. So you just let it sit there and it'll harden and do that exact look. It'll hold there. We did like an alien hand the other day because we had some green and some other ones, and I did like this weird looking alien hand. It's nuts, man.
Yeah, man, you having fun with this one.
Well, yeah, man. It's like that's what this shit's supposed to be about, man. It's supposed to be having fun. You can't just sit there and hate your job.
Yeah, I feel you. Wow. Learning a lot here today from the man Jesse Dean. Wow. Nice. Take a look at these again.
Yeah, because the gold flake that we have, and then of course if you're one of those guys that like the black snow vinyls, there you go. Which is pearlescent white and like a pearlescent red, black. And these here are purple and gold. Purple and gold. You know what that means?
Oh yeah.
Got Lakers. And of course, we did these. We're kind of, if you look in the clear, once they get really clear, but you'll see gold metallic inside the clear with the purple. So.
Yeah, representing LA.
Yeah, got it. Somebody's got it.
Yeah.
And of course, these are just some weird colors, man.
That's sick.
Just a little different.
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought these came out really hot though. I was just like, man, look how bright those came out.
Oh yeah, that's sick, man. That looks right on a portable.
Oh yeah, mine's add a little bit of baller to your what you're doing.
Yeah.
Now, only thing is that we're doing right now, these won't fit Rains yet because we don't have the Rain stems. You know, I don't have a wide stem yet, but I'll probably end up getting a wide stem, and then we'll make a mold for wide stems and start wide stems. Yeah. But as for right now, these will fit the portable faders, Festex faders, Pioneers, Newmarks, stuff like that. They'll fit the narrow stem. This size stem right here. So. But yeah, they'll fit right on there, and it should have a nice little snug fit. Should fit nice and snug on there. You don't need paper or anything, so it should hold pretty good. Because this is a first run, so who knows how they're gonna go? I don't know. Be wasting my time. I don't know.
That's dope.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Scratch.